Durant saved Steph's legacy twice.
He did.
Double down.
I doubled down. With just Steph, I don't think you would have gotten past LeBron those 2 times that you did. Kevin just blew me away in those finals because he was not afraid. Mm-hmm. And those 2 game threes in LeBron's house, I just never seen anything like that. Do you remember the shot that Kevin made right in LeBron's grill?
Has he in the left hand?
Yeah, man. And it was just, it was beautiful to watch, but it was shocking for me to watch because I wasn't sure Kevin had that in him. And in back-to-back years, I just don't think you would have gotten past LeBron. I mean, Steph he's still a little guy by basketball terms,
yes,
and he can only do so much. I believe you guys are going to lose without him.
So then what does 2022 then do for Steph's legacy?
Well, it put it back on the map. I mean, it was saving grace, and I think we all needed to see that he could do that then.
Man, look, dog, Kevin Durant saved that boy bacon, man. If it wasn't for KD, the Warriors would have fell to LeBron 3 series. I ain't gonna lie. It would have been 3 series that LeBron would have, essentially swept them boys. Like, LeBron was the difference maker. LeBron was the best player on every team he'd been a part. And, Steph can't say that. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't do it. Well, he did it in 22 without KD, but KD wasn't able to do it without him. You know what I'm saying? So, like, KD was able to play behind some. See, the problem with KD is KD in OKC, he wasn't able to be the big dog. KD needed to be behind. He needed to be a Robin to a Batman. He didn't want the pressure on him. That's why KD left OKC because, he didn't want to step up and be that dog that Russell Westbrook was. And, KD just don't got that in him. So, when he joined forces with, Steph out there in Golden State, it allowed him to be able to play in the shadow, essentially pulling up on teams by surprise, with Steph Curry being a focal point. So it allowed KD to pretty much, come up out the shadows and strike when he needed to. And he didn't want that. He didn't want that center of attention on him. He just wanted to focus on ball, which he was able to come in. KD didn't want to be a leader. KD wasn't a leader. KD would never be a leader. That's why his time up in, Brooklyn, with Kyrie, it didn't work because, Kyrie, he just wasn't good enough to be a leader of a team. Kyrie needed LeBron as well. So when you look at both of these guys, how Steph, needed KD to get past LeBron and how, KD needed Steph to get, his first couple chips. That's essentially what it was for Kyrie. Kyrie needed LeBron as well. So, KD did what he did, you know what I'm saying? But them boys had to join forces, you know what I'm saying? To take GOAT James down, because GOAT James came back down 3-1. And, they needed KD. They